It is 5:47 in the evening. Your 4-year-old is face down on the kitchen tile, screaming, all because a cracker broke in half. The dog is barking, dinner isn't started, and your patience is entirely gone. Pediatricians and exhausted parents alike have a name for this exact stretch of the day. They call it the witching hour, or sometimes the arsenic hour. It is that narrow window where your sweet, capable child forgets how to be a person, and you suddenly forget every gentle parenting article you've ever read. Logic and firm instructions rarely work here because they address the external noise while ignoring the internal cause. To survive the evening, we have to investigate the physiological reality inside the child's body. A child's internal state follows a strict biological timeline throughout the day. This chart tracks two internal drivers, cortisol and blood sugar. Both lines drift downward, hitting their lowest valley at 5 o'clock. Simultaneously, children deplete a regulation bank. Following rules at school are withdrawals. By 5, the balance drops negative. Children often spend their entire day masking this exhaustion to meet the demands of teachers and peers. They wait until they reach a safe anchor, their parent, to release the frustration they have been holding since lunch. The meltdown is a signal that the child finally feels secure enough to stop pretending. It is their way of exhaling after a day of being on. The first shift requires the parent to physically regulate themselves before walking through the door. Emotion regulation is a borrowed skill. Young children must borrow a sense of calm from a regulated adult until they are old enough to grow their own. If you arrive home wound tight and mentally running through a checklist, you have zero calm to lend your child. Take 5 minutes in the car or the bathroom to execute a 4-7-8 breathing sequence. This forces your nervous system out of fight or flight and drops your shoulders. A frazzled adult cannot soothe a frazzled child. Because little kids are tuned to our emotional weather, they will adopt your internal panic as their own. Shift number 2 involves reversing the modern instinct to immediately issue logistical orders, like taking off shoes or washing hands. Try spending 10 minutes on the floor with undivided, phone-free attention. Let them wrestle, show you a drawing, or just lean against your leg. Children experience quiet anxiety during any separation. Until this connection tank is refilled, the gate to their cooperation remains locked. The third shift is structural. Lower the evening's total demands to accommodate your child's depleted state. Serve a high-protein snack at 4:30, like cheese cubes or peanut butter. Stabilizing the blood sugar early prevents a total system crash, even if they eat less at formal dinner. Explicitly drop 2 non-essential chores, like folding laundry or nightly baths, to preserve your emotional bandwidth. Fewer demands allow for more parental presence, which reduces meltdowns and saves energy for the rest of the night. Underneath the chaos of the witching hour, the child's exhausted brain is making a desperate request for the parent to come closer. This realization shifts your role from a referee managing a penalty to a lighthouse weathering an inevitable storm. Lighthouses do not chase boats in a storm. They simply stand firm and shine until the boat finds its way in. Reframing the meltdown as a biological plea transforms the parent into a safe harbor. You are human, and there will still be nights where you snap and yell over a broken cracker. Parenting perfection is impossible. Building trust happens in the way you come back after the explosion. When everyone has calmed down, find your kid and use this specific 3-part script. I yelled. I'm sorry. I love you. Meeting a child in their messiest moments builds a foundational, lifelong trust that a rigid, perfect bedtime routine never could. Repairing and reconnecting on the kitchen floor at 5:47 p.m. is exactly what good parenting looks like. If this landed for you, hit the subscribe button and like the video. Share this with a friend who might be having a rough month, and tell me what your witching hour looks like in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.